Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Off the Wall with Cody. I'm your host, Cody Wall. Been an interesting week we've had here. Taking a look at the NHL playoffs already, one team has been eliminated in the Florida Panthers. Thinking back, I do believe they were a team I had thought that was going to go far, but unfortunately, that you can never count out the reigning champs in the Tampa Bay Lightning, and they were able to get the brooms out and sweep Florida and make it on to now the third round. So they're definitely a dangerous team that is still in the hunt for the Stanley Cup. But as for our show today, we're going to have interview from a player who's going to be in attendance of an upcoming event that ASTV is going to be broadcasting, the 2022 Brick Invitational Tournament that's put on by the Brick Company, as well as it's put on in the West Edmonton Mall annually since 1990. We're going to have Dane Wubbe from Manitou, Manitoba, come on and talk to us a little bit about his season playing with the Manitoba Junior Ice. But before we send it to our interview, last week got a chance to talk to Trent Crane, who was on his way to take on a number of teams in the Centennial Cup in the CJHL playoffs. Wishing Trent all the best in his tournament there with fighting for the Centennial Cup after winning the Canadian Tire Cup, I believe, last week. Trent coming on last week talking a little bit about what it was like for him when he was playing on the Winnipeg Junior Jets. The Brick Tournament team from Winnipeg has changed their name in the recent years, switching it over from the prior Winnipeg Junior Jets to now a lot of the spring leagues going under the umbrella of the Manitoba Ice. So the Junior Ice, a team that is going to be taking their talents to Edmonton in a little over a month. The Brick Tournament, for those of you who don't know, is going to be put on from June 29th to, I believe, July 3rd for the 2011 borns. And then looks like the 2012 borns are going to be playing in that following week, July 4th to 10th. So going to be an exciting tournament to watch. And all you guys watching out there, currently watching this show, be sure to tune in June and early July to see some of hockey's brightest young stars. As I've mentioned before, this tournament is one that I've always kind of focused on and found a lot of star power from early ages coming out of this tournament. As mentioned, there's been players such as Dustin Byfuglien. I believe Johnny Gaudreau has been at this tournament. A number of players, Aiden Hale, who I believe is currently playing in the AHL, but has gotten a number of games with San Jose in the past in the NHL. So just a number of high-end players for this age group. So they are going to have the 2011 born players playing, like I said, I believe in the first week. And just pulling up the schedule here, looks like the 2012s are going to be playing in the second week. So the younger players going to be playing that second week. Today we have Dane Wubbe, who is going to be playing in that tournament. But before going to that interview, we're going to send it to a quick commercial break and come back and speak a little bit with Dane.
Welcome to Pilot-Mound Hockey-Academy, your world-class academic and hockey training facility created to maximize each student's athletic and academic potential. Blackjack Stewart Arena, home of the Buffalo, is inside the 46,000 square foot complex, as well as a curling rink and other facilities. The students have a unique combination of successful, well-rounded education at Pilot-Mound Collegiate Institute and the professional hockey training in an encouraging community. The years of experience of on-ice coaching propel our students to the next level, both mentally and physically, in a professional environment.
And welcome on our guest today, Dane Wubbe. Dane, thank you for taking some time today to come on to my show, Off the Wall with Cody. How are you today?
Good.
That's good. Looks like you're at an arena. You getting ready for practice today, or are you watching some friends and family out today?
Well, my brother just has a baseball practice here.
Okay. Through talking with, I believe your grandma Ruby, she had told me you play baseball too. How's that been going recently?
Good.
Yeah.
Our first game, I hit a grand slam.
Oh, wow. So you're a multi-sport athlete, able to do it all in multiple sports in baseball, hitting grand slams, and in hockey, making these high-end elite teams at your age.
Yeah.
How has that been so far playing with the Spring League Manitoba Junior Ice?
It's pretty fun.
Yeah, it looks like you get to play with another guy from your hometown in Brock Vaughan. And he a pretty good friend of yours, Brock?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys like to hang out, going to hockey games, get to know some of your new teammates?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was talking to your grandma Ruby. She was saying that you guys had a pretty fun experience at a tournament in Toronto. You guys got to go see a Blue Jays game. How was that?
Well, the first game, it wasn't so good because I wasn't feeling good. But then we went to a second game, and it was pretty good.
Yeah. She was saying you got opportunity to see the training staff from the Blue Jays, that they were taking care of you when you were feeling not good.
Yeah.
How was that, getting to see the inside of the MLB kind of quarters there?
It was pretty cool.
Yeah. Are the Blue Jays one of your favorite teams?
No.
No. I think your grandma was saying that your dad is a Red Sox fan.
Yeah, I am
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. Who's your favorite baseball player?
I don't really know much, but maybe like, well, it used to be Mookie Betts.
Okay. All right. So now we're going to dive into a little bit more hockey questions. How many tournaments have you guys been at so far this year with the junior ice?
3, I think.
Okay, so there was the one in Toronto. Where else have you guys been able to travel to?
Well, we've gone to Winnipeg 3 times so far. Wait, no, actually twice, and then Toronto once, and we have a tournament in Winnipeg in like a couple weeks or something, and then we have our one in Edmonton.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun one. That's a tournament that has been around for quite a while, dating back to before I was even around. Back in 1990 is when the tournament kind of started. Have you heard a lot about kind of the background around this tournament, Dave?
No, not really.
No, this is a tournament, definitely a lot of you see a lot of the skilled players often. There's a lot of notable alumni that have played in this, so definitely a great opportunity that you're getting. I know some of the notable names are Dustin Bufflin have played in this tournament. Johnny Gaudreau, I believe, has played in this tournament. John Tavares, I believe Connor McDavid, a number of high-end players. So definitely a great opportunity that you get here and going with the Manitoba Junior Ice.
Yeah.
Who is your favorite hockey player?
Sidney Crosby.
Yeah. Why is that? Just do you like his playing ability, or what do you like about his game?
I like his edge work, and he's a good captain.
Yeah, that good leadership skill. Is that something you I know you're quite a young guy. Is that something you've kind of tried to work into your game, is, being a bit of a leader out there, being somebody that, everybody can kind of look to for advice and help?
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys have a pretty tight group, the Manitoba Junior Ice there?
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah. You guys have made a lot of new friends from all over Manitoba?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. Who would you say, obviously, I think your grandma said you're a defenseman?
Yeah.
And you're going to be wearing number 58 for the Team Manitoba. What made you choose number 58?
Well, there's a defenseman on Pittsburgh. His name's Chris Letang, and he wears 58.
Oh, okay. Do you like to think that your game kind of is similar to his, and that's why you like to wear that number?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely a good player. Who would you say your favorite hockey team is?
Pittsburgh Penguins.
Yeah, it would be the Penguins. Okay. Have you been paying attention to any of the playoffs going on recently there, Dane?
Yeah. I watched Pittsburgh the first round, but they got out. So now I'm kind of watching Edmonton.
Oh, yeah, you're rooting for Connor McDavid and the Oilers?
Yeah.
Yeah, personally, I'm hoping that Matthew Tkachuk and the Flames will beat Edmonton, but it looks like so far, as of when we're recording today, looks like your Edmonton Oilers are beating my Calgary Flames, but that's okay. Who else do you like in the playoffs right now?
Like teams?
Yeah, teams wise.
Probably like Colorado and Tampa a little bit.
Yeah, Tampa Bay is definitely a strong team. Do you think that they're going to have a chance at doing what hasn't been done in a while and going for 3 in a row?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Well, Dane, I want to thank you for coming on. It's great to get to know you a little bit here. I look forward to hopefully getting to know you a little bit more in Edmonton when you're going to be taking part in the Brick Hockey Invitational. Is there anybody you want to say hi to, or any thanks you want to give out before we go?
No, not really.
No? All right. Thanks, Dane, for coming on, and have a great day and good luck leading up to the tournament.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks, buddy.
Bye.
And that was Dane Wubbe, number 58 for the Manitoba Junior Ice. We're going to send it to a quick commercial break and come back and talk a little bit more about what's going on in ASTV and the hockey world here. I'm Cody Wall on Off the Wall with Cody.
Why go solar? Solar is better than ever. Our revolutionary design and inverter equipment with the latest in solar panel technology for the ultimate in-home and business security. That's right, I said security. Grid security and security of your home are linked. Fortify your future today with a battery backup system. No maintenance, quiet running. Did you know in Manitoba, grid-connected, off-grid, and battery backup systems are 100% right off in the year you purchase for any company or farm? Do you want to back up your internet, keep your tills running, and the lights on? We can install a system that is right for you, with battery backup fully capable of taking on all those essential loads and keeping you running. When you call our experts at Evolve Green, ask about getting your free energy audit today. Call or email today to find out what system works best for you. 1-866-5EVOLVE or support@evolvegreen.ca. Also, be sure to check out our website at www.evolvegreen.ca.
And welcome back, everybody. It was a great interview with Dane Wubbe there. Got a chance to talk a little bit with his mom, Angie, when trying to set up the interview. Great young gentleman there. Seemed to have a great head on his shoulders and hopefully able to do some damage at the Brick tournament. You know, looking at over the roster, it does look like they will be a pretty strong team. Having talked to Dane's grandmother, Ruby, she was telling me that Dane ended up getting player of the game a couple of weeks back. So forgot to mention that when we were in our interview with Dane, but congratulations to Dane on getting player of the game a couple weeks back there in Winnipeg. As mentioned before, last week's guest, Trent Crane, currently playing in Estevan for the 2022 Centennial Cup with the Summerside Western Capitals. Currently, the Western Capitals are sitting in second in Group B, just behind the Dauphin Kings. And also looks like Trent Crane currently sitting in tied for first with a number of his teammates on his team with 4 assists in 3 games. So Trent obviously having an impact on the Summerside Western Capitals games there. Hopefully they are able to continue and hold on to that strong showing they're having so far. So best of luck to Trent Crane. Best of luck to Dane Wubbe, and just looking forward, gonna have a couple of weeks here still before we do get to our June 28th of the Brick tournament there. So gonna have a couple more guests. Been reaching out to a couple of people and not gonna make any spoilers, but hopefully in contact with a couple of coaches for some of the teams, namely the coach for the 2011 junior Red Wings hockey team. So been in contact with possibly having their coach come on, as well as coach from the Toronto Pro Hockey Brick team for the 2011-2012 team from Toronto, Anthony Dynick. Been in contacts with Anthony there, see if we can get him on the show, and as well as a couple of other past players, hopefully able to get their some of the past players' opinion, like we did with Trent, on you know what that tournament kind of did for their hockey career. Obviously, it is early in a lot of those players, a lot of the players that are going to be in attendance early in their careers, just in the sense that they are, you know, just young lads of 10, 11 years old. So definitely hard to engage a player's development from there, but definitely a high accomplishment that very few players, I would say, have been able to say they've had a chance to play in that tournament with, as mentioned last week, only 10 teams on each side, 12 teams for each division. So only 12 teams over Canada over the United States. 2 teams coming from Toronto, 1 from Minnesota. Going to be the Western Selects, a team from Chicago. As mentioned, the Detroit Red Wings are going to have a team. The Junior Ice, who we had just spoke with, Dane Wubbe, they're going to be icing a team in both the 2011 and 2012 divisions. And then looking at the other conference, the Styles Conference, they're going to have the Connecticut Junior Rangers, the Saskatchewan Junior Pats, Montreal Canadiens, BC Junior Canucks, Team Brick Alberta, Team Pennsylvania, as well as the Boston Junior Bruins. So just a great tournament coming up here in June. Great tournament coming up in June. That's just been a staple since 1990, one that's been put on every year and consistently is able to turn out a number of high-end prospects. So it definitely would be interesting to talk to some of these past players even more and see what kind of exposure that kind of helped them with. We're going to send it to another commercial break and talk a little bit about what's going on in the NHL playoffs currently. As mentioned before, Florida has been swept, but just going into some of my other predictions that I had made, some that were right, some that were wrong. And welcome back, everybody. Just turning our attention over to the NHL playoffs. The Florida Panthers, as mentioned before, have been swept by the Tampa Bay Lightning. Another team that's not faring too well that I had picked to possibly go all the way is the Calgary Flames. Calgary so far find themselves down in that series. They will be facing the Oilers in Edmonton, I believe, later on today at 8:30 Central Time. Currently, while we're recording, looks like New York is holding a 2-0 lead over Carolina, looking to even that series. Carolina, a team I had picked, I believe, last week when kind of grazing over the NHL playoffs to beat New York. And then looking at the fourth and final series that I had made a pick, wasn't too hard so far, looking like a good one with picking the Colorado Avalanche to overtake the past Stanley Cup 2019 Stanley Cup champion St. Louis Blues. Colorado currently leading that series 3-1 and looking to close that one out tomorrow. So that'll be something we'll have a chance to look into next week when on Off the Wall. Looking at some of the things going around with ASTV, looks like Theo had Ashton Bell, Olympic gold medalist and Manitoba product, on his show just earlier today before Off the Wall with Cody. If you want to go back and watch that, you can find all our past episodes on YouTube, on our Facebook page, and on our website, amateursports.tv. Under the sports drop down, You can also find other shows like the AAA Hockey Show, the Prospect Show, my show, Off the Wall with Cody, and the before mentioned On the Ice Show, which is hosted by Theo every Tuesday and Thursday. Another thing that's slowly starting to grow is ASTV is wanting to expand our network to have other shows, such as possibly a women's show, a women's hockey show. So if there's anybody who is looking to possibly get involved in wanting to host a show, don't be shy to email me at the email below, and we can get you in contact with Glenn Munford. Glenn is the gentleman who is in charge of ASTV here. So that is my email down at the bottom. And wanting to expand a number of other shows. You know, if you're looking to want to get into some of the broadcasting and some of the hosting, there may be some openings here at ASTV. ASTV is always trying to expand. Just looking at where we all have kind of expanded to, obviously we have the Facebook, YouTube, ASTV website, as mentioned. We are also on Twitter, on select Apple TV, Roku, and Amazon Fire to over 129 million users. Our networks are on US TV networks in such areas as Alexandria, Louisiana, New York, Los Angeles, California, Fresno, California, as well as Vegas, Nevada. So all you Vegas people watching out here, they'll be looking to kind of turn around a bit of a sad season, which kind of was now just recently capped off with firing their second coach in team history and Pete DeBoer. So Vegas currently looking for their third head coach in their short tenure in the NHL. So along with the Winnipeg Jets, there's been a number of names tossed around, such as Barry Trotz. Personally, I would love to see Barry Trotz come to Winnipeg. He is a local boy. Be great to see him coach his local team. I'm not sure if there's ever really been how many occasions there's been a hometown coach coaching in his hometown, such as I guess Toronto would be somewhere that would probably be something that's happened before. But definitely Barry Trotz, defensive-minded coach, definitely would instill a lot more, a better system with the Jets. Jets definitely probably looking to not do a full rebuild here going forward. Probably looking to do more what the Boston and a lot of the other top tier teams do, is kind of retool on the fly. Another team who kind of was able to turn around quick, I would say, is the New York Rangers, who are currently, as mentioned, leading the Carolina Hurricanes. They've come on strong after the days of Hendrik Lundqvist. I know that there was a number of years where, Lundqvist just wasn't able to get over the hump. He was definitely a goaltender I respected so much growing up, watching his dominance as the king. Wish would have been able to see a guy like him hoist the Stanley Cup. But yeah, they've been able to turn it around with a number of high-end draft picks, high-end signings. They have Kako, Artemi Panarin. They got two strong goaltenders in Georgiev and Shesterkin. Obviously, Shesterkin, the Vezina nominated goaltender. So that definitely doesn't hurt when you have a goaltender of that ilk fighting in your corner. But turning our attentions over to the Junior Red Wings. As mentioned, I am trying to set up an interview with a pretty notable ex-player. I'm going to leave some hints out there. Did spend some time in Detroit, so hopefully able to pull that one together and put a good interview out to all you guys watching at home. Definitely, as Off the Wall's been going, I've been trying to improve as the weeks go on. So I want to thank you guys all for bearing with me here as the growing pains have gone. We're going to send it to one more commercial break and come back and just wrap up the show here. And welcome back, everybody, for the final portion of Off the Wall with Cody. We got a bit of a shorter episode today, just with a shorter interview there with Dane, really wrapping up all that we had to talk about today. Before we do go, want to thank all our sponsors here, as mentioned, as you've seen, AETi, Caisse Financial, Evolve Green, Pilot-Mound Hockey-Academy, and TOVI Hockey. All great supporters of this show. And for all you guys watching at home, you want to have a chance to support the show, or you want to see your commercial aired on any of our shows on ASTV, you can also reach out to me there at the email across the bottom on the ticker there, and I'll put you in the right I will put you in the right contact for whoever would be needed for that. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in to this shorter episode of Off the Wall with Cody. I'm your host, Cody Wall, and thank you, and have a great night.